What's going on? What's going on? Give a second for people to get in. Come on in and check me out. Today, I'm jumping in. I love basketball, so I definitely got to continue to do my basketball portion of podcasting. So yeah, that's what today is all about. I was supposed to have a guest pull up, but feel free to drop questions in the chat that you want to hear it talked about. I'm definitely gonna talk some surprise teams, players flying under the radar, who had the better game yesterday, and B Sabonis or Darius Garland. And then I had somebody ask me or tell me that Larry Bird is actually the true GOAT of the NBA. I couldn't even address it. I was definitely hoping he was going to pull up today to share his take, because I think that's a wild one. He said it's not even a hot take. I definitely feel it is, but to each his own. Again, everybody tuning in, pop a comment in the comment section, ask a question, what you guys want to hear, because I'm ready. I'm going to go ahead first and talk about the East standings and the West standings. I'm somewhat surprised by the East, because top 5 in the East is Milwaukee, Boston, Atlanta, Cleveland, Washington, Toronto. Washington is the surprise for me. They're top 5 in the East right now at 8-6. Miami's number 10. Miami was supposed to be projected as a top 5 team in the East. They struggling. We knew Brooklyn was going to struggle just because of all the craziness been going on with them, with Kyrie, with Ben Simmons, KD, Nash getting the can. But they've been actually playing pretty good lately since they fired Nash and Jacques Vaughn and took over. But they still got some work to do. They're in the 12th seed right now. Philly got some work to do, but it seemed like they've been playing better without James Harden, which surprised me, but it don't. But then if you go in the West, that's a surprise. Top team in the West is Portland. Wasn't expecting that. Number 3 is Utah. Definitely wasn't expecting that. I thought they was going to be in the Victor Wembanyama, whatever dude name, however you pronounce his name, sweepstakes. Then if you look at it, Golden State is like 13. They are 5-8. They are 0-7 on the road. I want to hear what y'all think. What's their problem? Because they're healthy. They're full strength. And they don't look good. And some of them wins is literally because Steph Curry went crazy and had to give him a 40-point game to win. So, yeah, that tough. So, yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about the surprise teams. The Utah Jazz, Lauri Markkanen is balling. And I mean balling. I'm surprised because I wasn't expecting them to do anything. Hell, Jordan Clarkson is starting, and I feel like he's averaging less points as a starter than he did coming off the bench, which, I mean, with more minutes and more opportunities, that's part of shocking to me. So I don't know. I'm at a loss with some of these predictions or some of the things that's going on. But I wanted to talk about this. Embiid, Sabonis, Garland. Oh, guest came on. Hold on. What's going on, Brother Williams?
What's going on, brother Eubanks? How you feeling, my brother?
I'm good, man. Jumped on the podcast. Got a couple of people on
Yeah.
there. Trying to convince them to go ahead and pop questions in the chat if they want to.
Please send them.
Just as a recap of what I talked about so far, I literally only just kind of talked about what the purpose was this is, and I love basketball, so me and you gonna try and do this every other week on a Monday before
Yes,
the Monday Night Football game. Get some people some talking points when it comes to this basketball thing. But I was talking about the surprise teams in the East and the West after I did the rundown of the conference. So, top 5 in the East: Milwaukee, Boston, Atlanta, Cleveland, Washington.
Washington. Shout out Johnny Davis and those Washington Wizards.
No, we can't shout him out because he's not even doing nothing. we can shout out Kuzma, we can shout out KP, we can shout out
Just no
Bradley
Johnny
Beal.
Davis yet.
No,
Hey.
I don't even think he's got 5 field goals under his belt yet.
That defense though is 2 ends of the basketball court.
I don't know. He's definitely one of those players that does like the dirty work, but I think he was drafted too high to be a dirty work guy. We got to comment.
KP has definitely been balling though. I give you that though. KP has definitely been balling.
Shout out Derek.
Ain't no shout out.
Ain't no shout out to Johnny Davis.
I mean, he's from the West Coast, baby. You know, it's all love at the end of the day. I mean, because we get so much hate, man. I mean,
it's true.
I want him to
do well.
Anytime I get to shout out a Wisconsin player, man, I'm shouting him out because we definitely
gonna have a chance.
Demanding our respect.
You gonna have a chance to shout out another one because we're gonna look at the East or the West. Surprise, surprise! Guess who's number 1 in the West?
Who was that?
Portland.
What's Utah?
Utah slipped to number 3.
Number 3. Portland, though.
That's
What's
what I
thoughts?
said. Anthony Simons is gonna be a MIP candidate, most improved player candidate. And Dame ain't even been playing that much. He's been out in and out of the lineup. The kid Shaedon Sharpe is nice. Of course, he's inconsistent because this is his first year playing basketball in the last 2 years.
Right.
But he freak athlete, and got the body of an NBA player already. And then Jeremy Grant has continued to just been doing his thing.
Man, he hasn't slowed down since he put on that show in Denver.
Oh, there you want to talk about the Jazz.
How about him? Somebody talk to me. I've been saying that since day one. Watch out for the Utah Jazz.
And I'm going back to my original thing with them. They ain't
going
to do nothing.
Man, listen, man.
Look, they're overperforming. Lauri Markkanen is balling. Jordan Clarkson not even averaging what he did off the bench last year.
That's great. I mean, that's a lot of ball distribution. Everyone is seeing the ball. Everyone is seeing touches, and everyone is efficient with their touches, man. They got a team full of ball players out there. Like I was saying, man, people thought Danny Ainge was putting. What's that?
So my question for you, then, is, should Portland, with their success, without Damian Lillard, look to get rid of him?
Never. Somebody still got to fill the seat. Somebody still got to fill the seats.
I mean, but if you build it for the future, you can definitely get some pieces, and you can probably get some plug-in right now too.
Then we right back at square A. I need somebody that's going to give that future, that leadership, that's going to guide them, tutor them. You got the perfect coach with Chauncey Billups. You got Lillard, who got the game. He's a big-time player. Superstar to me.
He's been injured a lot lately. Like the last 2-3 years, he's been injured a lot.
It comes with territory, you know, but he can still guide them. He can still teach them. He can still lead them, you know, even if it's in practice and not so much in the game. I mean, look what Kawhi doing, you know. Different players can, help mold young teams in different ways.
Let's go ahead and talk about Kawhi too. He should be street clothes junior.
If not senior.
Man, that brother is not playing for nothing.
I don't know what it is.
He tripping.
I don't know what it is. What you think it is? Can't teach loyalty. They not trading.
Man, I'm wondering. I'm starting to get this. You know how they try and say that Ben Simmons don't like basketball and he just doing it because he's good at it and just gonna get the check. Yep. I'm starting to wonder if that's Kawhi. Because he's talented.
I mean, it's two for me. I see it two ways. Like either they really hurt, or the other side of it, if they are really, protecting their bodies, thinking about themselves long term, and not putting what us fans want and ownership and management want, the demands and all that. Like I really got a lot of respect for those players that say, you know what, nah, you really don't care about me, my body. You care about the bottom line and what I'm doing for your bottom line. All you really want is a ring. As long as I'm willing to sacrifice my body, most owners, GMs, coaches not gonna tell the player not to. We see it on the football field every Sunday, and even on basketball courts. So, but man,
But it's been like 4
um,
or 5 years for Kawhi.
yeah, I think he's probably really injured, and I'm sure he's getting a couple different opinions, team opinion, doctor opinion, and his own physician opinion, which I feel is a good thing. Again, I feel Kawhi is the type of dude that he's really, looking at my body. I'm gonna
And
look
if
out
he's
for me
looking
first
at
and foremost.
and if he's looking after and looking out for his body, like Dario said, he need to go ahead and retire. Because after 5 years, if you worried about your body for real, this ain't it. Then if you got 5 years of straight injury,
So y'all telling me that if somebody is willing to pay you $35 million a year just to continue milking the system, if that's what you want to call it, or load management, if they're gonna continue paying you $35 million a year to do load management, is you gonna say no? Is you gonna say, you know what, man, I'm tired of collecting $35 million a year from playing
you know
30
what?
games a year? Come on now.
No.
No,
But
never.
if they was dogging him the way they dog Anthony Davis, maybe you think about it because that's going to be some mental wear and tear.
Man, listen, you really believe AD is listening, reading Twitter comments? You think he really caring about what? Man, AD is riding to the bank, past the bank, any bank man in a $500,000 car, living in a $5 million mansion in the hills in LA.
Man,
Freshly married, happy.
AD definitely listening because if you really stop and think about it, all the Chicago NBA players stay hurt. All of them.
It's a lot of them.
Like the only
And
one
it's a lot of them.
that hasn't been consistently hurt is Patrick Beverly, and he's annoying and pesky, but he do what he do.
He done had his, and he done definitely had his injuries, so a couple knee injuries and stuff.
Right, but he's never been projected as like a dog.
Right, no, for sure.
A dog defensively, but not like, oh, we need him as a star player to go get a bucket.
No, not at all. Not since he left high school.
Brandon Dahl said, how much do you think Zion even helps the Pelicans? Leading score, but are they better than last year? Not the defensive impact he had in college as a 6'6" power forward. Brandon Dahl, yes, Zion helps the Pelicans. Period, point blank, flat out. When he's on the court, he attracts attention. He's dominant everywhere he wants to be on the court. Like me and Melo was joking, like how he just somebody was guarding him. He gave one shoulder to the chest. He backed up and
bang.
And then he comes. He'll lead the fast break, get it out to Brandon, let him get busy. And then if you don't box him out, you are going to have somebody swinging on the rim on your head.
Yeah, Brandon, when you got a player like Zion, he's always effective. He always helps, in the defensive impact. I feel like he's been his defense has stepped up even more since college. Like
he's an amazing off the ball shot blocker.
Most definitely. What I'm loving about Zion is he's seeing the game a whole lot better. It's slowing down for him. So when you're gonna get that aggressive guy that's coming, like Jamal saying that weak side help, the off ball help, can jump, leap out the gym like Giannis can, with that wingspan and stuff like that. He's gonna be catching a lot of defensive weak side help blocks for sure.
So a hot topic for me earlier from conversations that me and Melo had: Embiid, Sabonis, or Garland. Last night, Sabonis had 26 points and 22 rebounds.
Embiid 9 assists.
How many assists?
9.
9 assists. Embiid
59%. Shot 59%.
Embiid had 59 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, and 7 blocks and shot 19 for 28 from the field. Darius Garland had, 51 points?
59, didn't he?
No,
No, what is it, 51? It was 51. Was it
51
51?
points. What was
Yeah,
it, 6
51.
assists?
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
6 assists. And so the question is that we need y'all to comment in the chat. Who had the better game?
Darius Garland had 51 points, shot 16 for 31, 2 rebounds, 6 assists.
So I want people to comment in the chat who they think had the better game.
Nah, yeah, okay. I was gonna say let's just let them chat. Let's see what they drop in the comments. You so ready?
Oh man, I'm ready for that one. Cause I was like, "Oh, you tripping?"
You so ready, my guy. uh,
Brandon
okay.
Dawes, Dariel, put it in the chat. Who had the better game? Embiid, Sabonis, or Garland?
Let me see. Sabonis. Okay, Sabonis had 26 points, shot 10 for 17, 22 rebounds, 8 assists.
So he had the same amount of assists as Embiid?
Yeah. Embiid. I mean, I'm sure everybody saw Embiid stats. He's been the talk of the day. Embiid had 59 points, 19 for 28, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. Big
Dariel
night.
actually said Garland because he scored 27 in the fourth.
Man, okay.
27
DG.
27 in the fourth. That's huge. And they still
That's
lost.
huge.
My guy Chaz
So
commented. So did what?
I said, I mean, Philly barely got the win. I mean, but
Listen, I ain't trying to
it
hear
took some
that barely stuff.
it took some heroics
And who
against the
gave
team
him,
that you
and who
against
gave him
the team
heroics?
that you against the team that you said is the weakest team in the league that they about to fall off now. Let's remember that.
Who, the Jazz?
Yeah.
Jazz trash. Trash.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But they're
Just making sure.
third in the West right now. So they beat them while they're still good. And you said it was heroics that was pulled off. You
We
said it was
moving
heroics.
it now.
Who pulled off heroics?
Joel, obviously.
All right. Brandon Dawes said Embiid, total all-around performance, and they won.
So Sabonis didn't have an all-around performance, and they won. They beat Golden State.
He did.
They did. He did.
But
okay.
59 is 59.
59 is 59.
He gave him
22
59 and gave the same amount of assists as Sabonis.
22 rebounds though.
22 rebounds is killing it. But you got to factor in Embiid also gave 7 blocks.
That he did. Sabonis got 2 or 3. Now,
he playing
Sabonis,
D. He's scoring inside, outside, and he getting others involved.
Sabonis had 3 blocks. I'm just saying.
Not 7, and not in block shots.
No, it's not. 3 is not 7, but 22 rebounds is 22 rebounds. That's a whole 11 more.
He did, but 59 versus 20-something. That's a big gap. I don't give a damn how many rebounds. 59 points, 59 points.
But those second chance opportunities, though, that is huge, though. I mean, I'm just saying, against the weakest team in the league. Now let's keep it in perspective.
I believe they wanted to. They're not gonna make the playoffs. But
Lauri Markkanen, you was just saying. I mean, so
is balling. He is like he's like he got a chip on his shoulder. Like Cleveland, you gave up on me. Chicago, you gave up on me. The league finna pay.
But he was doing this to. I mean, no disrespect to no player in the league. I didn't make it to the league. Anybody in the league is that dude, right? Kelly Olynyk was guarding though. And shout out to Kelly. Been in the league, been doing his thing. Team's been wanting him for a reason, no doubt about it. Since Houston, right? But I mean, we're talking about almost 100-pound weight difference. He's supposed to do that.
No. I definitely said to you that he should be doing this more often.
That is true. You did say that.
I said that he should definitely be doing that more often. But that stat line is still impressive. I don't give a damn who it was and who was guarding. I don't care if Patrick Beverly was guarding him. You
what
better
you get 59. 59 is 59.
But so for those that are still listening, this the one. This is the one. Melo shocked the world with this one.
Ooh.
Is Larry Bird really the GOAT? Hey, y'all go ahead and comment in the chat on this one because Melo definitely said that Larry Bird is really the GOAT.
I mean, how can he not be? How can he? For clarity.
Hey, Walter, Brandon, Dariel, comment in the chat. Is Larry Bird really the GOAT? And he's not talking about white players. He's talking about ever.
If we're talking ethnicity, there's no.
No. We threw that out the window because you told me Jordan too.
Listen,
Walter,
how can he not be?
The NBA is crazy.
Yeah. For clarity, Kobe Bean Bryant is the coldest ever. Kobe Bean Bryant is the GOAT. For clarity. But if we're going to just talk basketball and talk facts, talk stats and stuff like that, Larry Bird is the GOAT. Why couldn't he be? Why couldn't he be?
Let's hear it. Say how they jumped him. Oh, we got to get it all great.
Let's start right there, dude. Let me pull up the exact date if, for people that may not know,
Brandon Dahl said, didn't Magic beat him more than Bird beat Magic? Enough said. So he's saying that Bird is not the GOAT.
I mean, I will say Magic. You've heard me say plenty of times, Magic is the GOAT. But I mean, Jordan never beat Bird. Bird have 11, 12 more wins head-to-head matches, and he never beat Bird when it really mattered in the playoffs. I mean, Magic do have 5 rings. Bird do have 3 rings. They beat each other. They dominated the 80s of basketball. When Jordan couldn't even sniff a win, Bird was sending Jordan home, in the first round and second round when Jordan couldn't get up out the second round. Age or not, people.
Walter said not at all. He wasn't even the best player in his era. Irvin Magic.
I think he was.
Can you be the GOAT if you're not the best player in your era?
How was he not? How was he not the best player in this era? I think he's a better offensive basketball player than Magic. I believe he's a better defensive player than Magic. Yes, Magic got triple doubles.
I don't put Larry Bird in the category with defense.
Why not? He's on 3 or 4 all defensive teams. How could you not put him on defense?
You talking about the man that Dominique Wilkins put 60 on?
I mean, you talking about the same man that Dominique, he went to the bench and told him that they're going to get somebody better than Dominique to put him on?
So that's
not he put up 63 on Neek, 2 or 3 times.
Defense.
Neek ain't never made no all defensive team.
No, but he put 60 something on Larry.
And Larry put up 67 on him. Let's talk about it. Duck down again, bro. So they can see it, so we can see that. What I say? Or move to the side. Underneath the mic. Fuel the crutch. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Boom. Jordan put up 63 on him too. Hey, man, if you get multiple 60-pointers put up on you, ain't nothing defensively about you.
Man, how's he on 3 all defensive teams then?
Because he was on a great defensive team.
So we can say that about Jordan. Because
I definitely feel that way. Because
we know Pippen held the best play. Okay,
Pippen
so
was the better defender. Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
No, I'm just saying. No, Mike got 9 all first team defensive teams because he was guarding a second or third player because they did have Ron Harper as well, who was a lockdown defender somewhat still at that time. I mean,
Listen, Jordan get too much hype.
and I'm a Jordan fanatic now, but sometimes I don't want to go there with Mike fans. I mean, because I know the history of the Bulls. You know, Larry is
So
top 10, so he's great, but GOAT, I don't know. It's all perspective, man.
Jordan himself was on
But
9
all
all
true.
defensive teams, though. It wasn't because he wasn't on them defensive teams because he was locking up the other team's best player.
Not at
He was a
all.
great,
Not at
he was a
night.
great off the ball defender. He got steals. He played the passing lanes.
Passing. Yep.
But Scotty was the one taking the best player.
Baseline to baseline.
And there's no arguing that one.
At all.
So with that being said, I want to hear who you think are players that's flying under the radar that need to get a little more love, a little more shine. I got one that come to my head.
Who was that?
SGA.
Man, he is definitely balling right now. He I heard he won up out of there. I'm hearing that he won up out of there right now too. So
I don't blame them. They're still rebuilding.
I gotta get. I mean, this dude isn't flying underneath the radar, but I gotta give you credit with your boy though. Paulo Banchero. Problem. Very problematic out there. Garland, he's back on that question. Darren Fox. Yeah. Hey, yeah, Fox has definitely been balling. Yeah. SGA been balling. Yeah, he listed definitely all three.
I would definitely say Anthony Simons too, though.
Him for sure. What's the guy down there with San Antonio who had them running?
Keldon Johnson.
Keldon Johnson. He has definitely been balling. Yep.
He another one that'll be an MIP candidate.
Yeah, he will.
What we didn't discuss though, because I know we got a couple minutes, because I want people to go ahead so they can watch that the game. Man, you know who we need to talk about? The Warriors.
Let's.
They are full strength.
Yeah.
And like number 13 in the West and 0-7 on the road and have lost to Orlando.
Sacramento.
They're losing They're losing to bottom tier teams.
That last road game stretch, they lost to Charlotte. Then they went to Detroit and lost. Then I believe they went to New Orleans and lost.
Wherever they've gone, they haven't won on the road at all.
No,
they're 0-7.
No. Yeah. You know, it's offense is still putting up its numbers. It's the defense.
And the defense is terrible right now. And hell,
they definitely missing Mike Brown. What's that?
Steph Curry done saved them at least 2 games out of the 5 that they've won.
Man, every game.
Like
I give Poole, he probably
Rolex.
Yeah. I just saw a stat that was showing his numbers. Like his numbers this year is better than his unanimous MVP season so far through this amount of games.
And that's how you know, because they're not really talking about him like that. That's how you know wins matter when it comes to these individual accolades.
Yep, for sure. That's a perfect example, because he's not even close to being mentioned right now.
They're not even talking about him like that at all.
No, I totally agree. And that's what's so crazy is, like his numbers have actually gotten a whole lot better, even on the defensive side. The assists, his efficiency, with the assists and everything like that. And for them to be struggling like that, like they definitely missing Mike Brown a whole lot, no doubt about it. So as young as they are, sound like that Wiseman might be back on the
right now.
Yeah. Yep. Wiseman might be back on the trade block. They might be trying to move him.
He bumping heads with Steph,
So,
so you know it's a problem. Somebody got to go. You bump heads with Steph, you got to go.
and it's definitely not going to be Steph. So
Nope.
we
I
know
don't
who
care
that
how much
is.
hidden potential you got. You out of there,
Right.
player.
Yeah. Facts for sure.
Steph gonna have a
Yep.
lifetime guarantee contract. He ain't
Yeah.
going
He's
nowhere. He'll be 43
they
bumming up from the logo.
they gonna holler at him about what they want to do with Clay, man. I saw something earlier where they talking about they're not comfortable offering Clay an extension. So that's gonna be
Because
something
he's
interesting to
because
pay attention.
he's a shell of himself. Like he's not an elite defender anymore. He's still an elite shooter, but he's not moving the same way to get open.
Not at all. Nope. I mean, what do you have? An Achilles injury, two
Achilles
knee
and
injuries,
ACL.
and ACL. Yeah, so that'll slow down anybody.
And it's also going like Brandon said they're going to trade Dre to get something out of him. It's going to
Yeah.
be it's going to be difficult to trade him because most people know that he's a system guy and he's not under contract.
If anything, he gonna end up with the Lakers. He's a clutch guy. So we know if anything, and I saw something earlier too on some NBA rumors where him and Brian allegedly been talking. So I definitely see him if any team going back to Detroit. I could see Detroit picking him up, bringing him out there. I definitely can see Draymond being a good role player out there in Detroit. He would definitely fit that system especially with like Cade Cunningham
He
and
would, but
Jay Ivey.
he would,
I
but
don't know.
his attitude ain't gonna be a good one if they losing.
I think at this point though, he would rather he would love to go play that. I get what you're saying that, but I think if he went to a team like Detroit, losing at that point for him would be okay. We losing. I'm getting the money, but I'm getting these dudes prepared because we know Draymond know basketball. I mean, Golden State haven't won without him. We never know if they will win without him. If they can't, if
But
they get rid of
Draymond
him, we'll
would
find
be a
out.
good
But
coach.
he's definitely got that in his future if he
He
want
got
it.
that, but he also got that Charles Oakley in him too. Like, hey, I'll whoop your ass.
That's great. You gotta have you. I mean, you gotta have a coach that's be able to show some structure, show some discipline. I mean, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and the Patriots don't have seven for. I mean, I'm not saying Bill Belichick, you know, putting his hands on anybody, but they got enforcers in those locker rooms to where this is what it is. So Dre, yeah, for sure, Dre IQ is definitely up there.
Uh, what else Giannis got to do? This is gonna be the last one. What else Giannis got to do until people
I'm
start
good.
talking where he is as far as the all-time great? I think it's just years.
Man, listen, for me, he's doing some all-time great things already. I mean, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, two-time MVP. I mean, only Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon had done that. I mean,
And
Finals MVP.
and I
I
say
mean, of
years
course,
because if he keep doing what he's doing, he's gonna keep climbing up that top
yeah,
15, top 10, top 5 ladder.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, he's definitely
And
got the talent and the potential and the weird body structure.
I mean, yeah, I mean, when it's all said and done, Giannis has potential to be sitting at the top, man. Top five, top 10 in points, rebounds, and blocks. Never know about steals neither. It might be a lot for steals for him, but I could definitely see points, rebounds, and blocks.
You know, the NBA come
Yeah,
up.
just time. Yeah, he definitely achieving a lot of things right now. With time. Hopefully he stay healthy. Um, and we able to see a great career from Giannis though. But he's definitely on track to be one of the all-time greats for sure. I definitely agree with that. And people should start talking about that right now, if they really not. Who's some other players though right now that y'all have potential? Y'all think have potential to be like in the all-time great conversation? Uh, let's see. We see Cayenne Anthony. Syracuse has offered Cayenne Anthony. a deal, a scholarship as expected. I don't know if he gonna be gonna have to take that college route though. But Kanye Anthony is definitely nice. Syracuse definitely know what they was doing. Had to do that
My bad, my computer went out.
for sure. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just talking about Cayenne, but yeah, Chad said it takes more than 4 years of dominance to be put into that convo. Oh, most definitely, no doubt about it. But he's definitely on track. I mean, Giannis definitely been the most dominant player in those 4 years. You know, and the numbers is showing that. You know,
I don't know if he in the top 5 just yet.
not right now though. Yeah, yeah, no, not right now. I mean,
Oh, we got a nice comment.
what's that?
Any prize pick lines you'd like for later games? I hadn't even looked today because I'm tired of losing my money.
Ooh,
Go
I,
ahead,
I
Melody.
give, I give one game, man. I gonna give one. Actually, let me see what we got going on. What you think about Syracuse offering Cayenne Anthony?
Huh. Interesting enough. Walter said it.
What?
20-year anniversary of Syracuse National Championship. They're trying to keep that love at the crib. That well, not at the crib, but they want to keep that name in house.
Um, I mean, as expected, you know. I mean, and I wouldn't expect anything else from Boeheim or any other coach. If Coach K was still around, Calipari, you
And
know,
Calipari just got DeJuan Wagner, son.
he got DJ. That's huge. That's
That that
huge. And
that class is loaded.
that class is loaded. Well, I mean, what's your thoughts? I mean, everybody, all signs was pointing towards Louisville because of the hires with Nolan Smith. His pop's getting a job there, you know, and he chose Kentucky.
Louisville stinks, and he only gonna be there a year. Louisville stinks. They lost to Wright State. I watched that game.
Um, yeah, I think these last sanctions, man, took a big blow up off the program, man. Um, but that's Louisville. You know, they've been relevant since Denny Crum, man. So, you know, they definitely got an area of players that, you know, they definitely got a strong grip on, you know, more than, you know, any other university. But, you know, anybody can come up in there, you know, mainly like Indiana or Kentucky. But oh
So
yeah,
I want to
nice.
go back to the prize picks. Like
Yeah,
we were
that's what I
talking
was.
about earlier.
Yeah,
Keldon Johnson, 21.5. Playing against Golden State up tempo, I'm going over because he's been balling.
yeah. No, who they play tonight?
Golden State.
And you 21?
Yep.
Nah, because they're gonna put Wiggins on him. I'm not. Nah, I wouldn't.
They
Nah,
definitely
not no
will put
21
Wiggins on
tonight.
him.
Yeah, not no 21 tonight. Nah,
I think he'll have enough opportunities where he'll get over 21.
I give him about 13 to 15 tonight.
Damn.
Yeah, like he gonna get sweaty.
All right.
I mean, like they total team defense is bad. I mean, but they, you know, they got Simons. I mean, Poole.
I ain't going Poole as
Yeah, I'm
their
still
defender
staying
either.
at. I'm still staying at. I'm still staying 15 to 17. I don't see
They,
21.
they said Draymond Green, eight
Yeah, I
points.
mean, Draymond Green 8.
Yeah. Triple single.
Mm. Nah, I ain't. Nah, nope.
All right, Ivy, ahead of where you thought he'd be this early, or what's your read on him?
Good question, Ross.
Y'all know I'm not big. I wasn't high on Jaden, so I'm gonna say he's he looks great exactly at what I thought he was gonna look great at, which would be in transition. Because he's like lightning in a bottle. He's like John Wall and Darian Fox in transition with the ball. You're not gonna catch him. But because he's not that great of a shooter, he struggles in the half court, and also Cade Cunningham needs the ball in his hand so much. Like I feel like if until they start to work on not playing them so much together, he's not going to be able to really like get loose the way he probably could, because they're looking to Cade, and Cade don't necessarily look to push. Cade, the big point guard, he take his time and get things set up. Jaden want to go.
You know, this is what I'm loving about Jaden Ivey game. I'm huge on him. That's my rookie of the year pick. What I'm loving about it is this is helping Ivy develop into a better player early, right away. We know Cade Cunningham is the most, the primarily ball handler, the facilitator, the playmaker, which he's great at what he's doing. Cade Cunningham is like a baby Penny Hardaway to me. I just like his game. I see Penny and a lot of Grant Hill in his game. Just smooth, so smooth, and a little T Mac. You should
Ooh,
probably like that hearing that. Hey.
ooh.
But Cade Cunningham, what you mean?
Uh, I can see the Grant Hill.
With the length, the handles, how he see the court, his passing. Cade got a lot of T Mac in his game. Straight
I ain't
up.
seen I ain't seen that. I can see some of the Grant Hill, but you saying that about my favorite player gonna make it tough for me. Like, and it could be there, but I ain't seen it yet.
Man, try to see it, bro. Straight up. Try to see it. Like Cade is nice, man. Like, but I like it, like I said, getting back to Jay Ivey though, I like it for Jay Ivey. Actually, I should say I love it for him, for his game. Because like you said, he usually like to get the ball, go. He can definitely put the ball in the rim. I mean, he's shooting like 44, 45% this so far, so and he's averaging like 15 points, shooting 44% and like 5, 6 assists. So he's definitely helping facilitate as well. He's getting his, opportunities to be the point guard and push the ball and things of that nature like that. So Dwayne Casey, I believe, is doing a great job over there in Detroit with that team, man, and developing those players. Something that he did in Toronto. Which I should do believe he shouldn't have been fired. He was getting beat by LeBron James. To some the greatest player of all time. And it's not like he couldn't be like I feel about Larry Joe Bird. Um, it's not like he couldn't be or can't be the GOAT. But what Dwayne Casey is doing over there in Detroit, I like it for him, man. They got a nice squad putting that together. Bogdanovich, he's stepping up. I would like to definitely see him stay throughout the year. I hope Detroit don't move him. But Jay Ivey though, Jay Ivey definitely got a future in the NBA. Bright future.
This one I agree. This comment I definitely agree. Dwayne Casey is very underrated. Nick Nurse honestly got lucky with that team. Yes, he did.
John Gruden 2.0.
Right
John
place,
Gruden when
right
he
time.
most definitely, most definitely. John Gruden took over that team, Tampa Bay. That Tony Dungy left. Though I do have to give John Gruden credit, as he did leave. Who was they? The Oakland Raiders at the time, I believe, or the LA Raiders, the Oakland Raiders. No, the Oakland Raiders. They was. So he did leave the Oakland Raiders in a good position. So and I believe Rich Gannon took that job, who was his offensive coordinator at that time. So, you know, he he was ready for that. He was the right guy for that job because he did leave a job because he did play his former team that very next year in the Super Bowl. That's when Tampa Bay did beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl. So he he did leave a good situation and walked into another good situation. I do believe the situation he walked in was a lot better though.
Fair enough. But we know it's Monday Night Football. It's 7:30. We're gonna let y'all get to it, but check in with us every 2 weeks. We're gonna be doing this. We're gonna talk hoops. We're gonna talk the lay of the land when it comes to this basketball thing. So stay tuned. Check us out 2 weeks from now. What is that? The 28th. So with that being said, man, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. And until next time.
Peace.